tolerate retinol in the past. My suspicion, knowing nothing else, is it probably wasn't a stabilized retinol, and it also probably wasn't a proprietary blend with other ingredients like the Tetrol E. People who tell me that they can't tolerate retinol, I tell them you have a problem because of retinol. Stabilized is one of the mainstays, one of the key cornerstones of your regime if you're concerned about anti-aging. And I tell people it's people who are seeing the signs of aging and people who are worried about the upcoming signs of aging that need to use a stabilized retinol product.
Exactly. And you know what? Not all retinol products are created equally.
Not even close.
You could say that there is retinol in a cream or in a serum, and it could be a drop, right?
Well, not only that, but it's probably not stabilized. So you want your retinol on day 1 to be the same strength as that retinol on day 60.
Sure.
And Neutrogena Dermatologics, the people there are very, very intelligent. They put this is approximately a 60-day supply. 60 pearl-sized drops are in here, which is perfect because it correlates with our study of 6 to 8 weeks at the end. So as a result, when you talk about those statistics that we mentioned,
you're going to see it.
You're going to see it with just that one bottle.
Makes sense. $21.67. You are seeing this for the very first time. Dr. Will Kirby is here today with the Neutrogena Dermatologics collection with this serum. This serum is going to get you started. It is going to change the way that your skin is going to look. As we're moving forward, especially this time of year, you want to get into that renewal. You know, you want to shed
springtime.
Yeah, you want to shed all of the layers of wintertime. Here is your opportunity. You're not going to have to say goodbye to your existing skincare right now. Just incorporate this amazing serum into your regime today. And at this price, $10 off, and the fact that it's exclusive, and we have a 30-day money-back guarantee, don't miss out on it. Now we're going to have a look at some more information also.
Yeah, let's see a demo if we could, please. Just it's a demonstration of how the product works. See, wrinkled skin is a result of decreased cell turnover. And when you apply this product, and imagine that's a wrinkle or a crease on your own face, the retinol works within the skin surface to increase surface cell turnover. And as a result, it improves the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles, and it also helps with tone and texture. And that demo there really shows what's happening on your skin. That's a side, imagine that's a side view. It's going to take about 4 weeks to really start seeing those clinical results, but you know, I have access to every product in the world. As a board-certified dermatologist, what do I use? This exact product.
And again, this is something you're not going to find anywhere else. Please do not be confused by the amazing brand Neutrogena that you're seeing at your drugstore. It's been around for 40 years, but there is a professional division. There is a different division. You know, being a board-certified dermatologist, this is the technology. This is what you would expect to pay Dr. Kirby a lot of money for. If we were to go see you for a consultation in Beverly Hills,
it's very true.
This is the sort of thing that you would be sort of writing a prescription for.
People come into my office every single day, and I do have to disclose this is not a prescription product. You can get this over, you can get it from ordering here at the shopping channel. But that's really why it's exclusive here, is that it is a really, really powerful product. You wouldn't endorse something that I didn't think is a phenomenal product. And you mentioned my office. People come to my office in Beverly Hills. They come in with a sack of products that they've purchased, and I say, listen, I want you to take everything that you haven't used in the last 3 months and throw it in the garbage. Because if you haven't used it in the last 3 months, it's clearly not working for you. Any anti-aging regime, no matter who you are, no matter what you do, a stabilized retinol is an imperative part of your anti-aging regime. So look in your medicine cabinet, look at the products that you've tried in the past. If they don't work, put your trash can at the end of the cabinet and just throw everything in there, because it's really simple. There's so much confusion out there. Stabilized retinol product, preferably with something like Tetrol E married in there, works phenomenally well every single night or every single day before you put on your sunblock.
All right, it's the Retinol NX Serum. Again, you are seeing it for the first time today from Neutrogena Dermatologics. $10 off right now. And with all of the science, with those 17 patents there, with a name like Neutrogena behind it. But again, there's a big point of difference to what you would expect to see on the drugstore shelves. You are going to see such a difference in your skin when it comes to getting to the bottom of the bottle. Now, I also want to talk about this. You're using it once a day at nighttime. Does it migrate to the eye area, or do we put it around the eye area?
This is dermatologist tested, and you can use it all over the entire face. Okay. Now, I will tell you, we talked about those areas earlier in the study, and maybe we can re-cue those statistics, but fine lines under the eye creases, those are areas where people used it It's not like they just randomly used it. They used it in the study. We purposely asked them to use it.
So we are actually going to the eye area. It doesn't sort of travel and migrate up. You can put it underneath your eye.
I tell people it's a common sense caution. Obviously, you don't want to put this on your eye. That wouldn't make any sense whatsoever, but it's a common sense caution. You can use it all the way under the fine lines under your eyes. And in fact, in our study, that's, it was the fine lines, 97% at 4 weeks showed improvement in those fine lines, but stubborn under the eye wrinkles at 8 weeks, 70% showed improvement in that. So here, we'll pull up those statistics again. Exceptional hydration lasting up to 24 hours.
Love that.
But in as fast as 2 minutes, people started noticing a lifted appearance.
And we are all about instant gratification.
Well, I mean, we certainly are, but I tell people you do have to be patient with it. That's a function of how this product works. And that's why at 4 weeks, 97% of users showed improvement in the appearance of crow's feet and fine lines. And those are the first areas that we start to see aging. 89% showed improvement in the appearance of stubborn forehead wrinkles. And I mean, the study literally said stubborn forehead wrinkles, and the dermatologists noted that it improved in 89% at that 4-week mark. So these aren't random forehead wrinkles, they're stubborn. And at 8 weeks, 70% of users showed improvement in the appearance of stubborn under the eye wrinkles. Dermatologist conducted study, double-blind study. This is not a random study of people off the street. This is professionals who noted these differences.
And it's an introductory price. We've given you extra easy pay today as well, so $21.67 to see what the fuss is about, to see why it is exclusive to us here at the Shopping Channel, why somebody like Dr. Will Kirby will put his name to this brand, Neutrogena Dermatologics, and again, the Retinol NX Serum. It is your chance to absolutely get that beautiful looking skin. Doesn't matter if you're like myself and you've got a Celtic complexion, as I call myself, it's that sort of stinger, that very fair, sensitive skin. It doesn't matter if you have an oily complexion. I would think, wouldn't need something that's got oil, obviously, because you've already got an oily complexion.
Men are much more likely to have an oily complexion than women, so men are much more likely to tolerate stabilized retinols. But even someone like yourself who has incredibly sensitive skin, tiny little bit every single night, if you need to use a moisturizer, that's totally acceptable. But compliance is imperative with retinols. I really try to stress that with people. If you're using it twice a week, that's not really going to work.
You got to do it every day.
You have to use a tiny little bit every single day. It's like going to the gym. You can't go once a year. Just like brushing your teeth. You can't just brush them really hard one day. You have to use a tiny little bit every single night, and you'll really start to notice those differences, as indicated in the study, by the week 4 mark.
That's amazing. And again, you are getting the opportunity with our 30-day money-back guarantee to actually see exactly what Will is talking about here. And with the fact that this is a company that you already know, you've heard of Neutrogena. This, again, is a different division, still part of the family, but again, with tons of science, with tons of technology, with 17 patents to this incredibly hydrating serum. I love the slip to this. I love the fact that it is so easy to go on around the face, and as you were saying, it's to the bottom. There's 60 pumps, basically.
It's a perfect amount to use to really get started for a good anti-aging regime.
Exactly.
If you said to me, I want to come to you from scratch, I know absolutely nothing, I've never heard of any anti-aging products in my entire life, I'd say...
What do you recommend?
Yeah, and people do that. They come to my office, celebrities will come in and say, listen, I want to know about injectables.
It's confusing.
I want to know about neurotoxins, I want to know about peels, I want to know about fillers, I want a referral to a plastic surgeon for a little lift, and I say, listen, take a giant breath, take a big step back. Before you do anything else, I want you to build a strong foundation to this proverbial house we're trying to build. And that strong foundation is really simple. It consists of 2 things. Broad spectrum sunscreen every day, and a stabilized retinol with a Tetrol E every single night. No matter what you do, no matter who you are, if you're worried about the signs of aging, or you're starting to see the signs of aging, you have to go down that route. All
right, well, I have to go back to, again, those 2 key ingredients.
Sure.
Stabilized retinol. We're talking the highest and the purest when it comes to the best of the best, right?
Well, you mentioned earlier that retinols are not created equal, and that's exactly the case. It's imperative that your retinol is stabilized, from the way it's manufactured, to the way it's processed, to the way that you receive it now. And that's exactly what occurs in this bottle. Stabilized retinol. That's why the strength of that retinol on day 1 is the same as it is on day 60. You go in through the entire body and you have that consistent strength. There's no breakdown because retinol itself, without that stabilization process, is a very volatile molecule. And that's why people notice, A, it doesn't work, or B, that it caused too much irritation. And that's why if you use a stabilized retinol, you still may get a little bit of irritation here and there, or you may not. Either way, that stabilized retinol is the way that you absolutely have to go. It doesn't matter what retinol's in there if that retinol doesn't work. So that that retinol has to work for you.
Exactly, and you have to be comfortable with your appearance. Obviously, you don't want to be walking around with, you know, with a face that looks like you've had a peel, and you know, I think a lot of us have been concerned about that with retinol in the past. Stabilized is the key, and also that wonderful marriage with this serum, with the Tetrol E. And I think we've all heard of retinol, but the Tetrol E, why these two are like a powerhouse.
Yeah, they really are. They are a beautiful couple, aren't they? Tetrol E firms, tightens, and lifts. And what that means is that Tetrol E is made of amino acids, the building blocks of life, and that's what really gives you that tightening feeling. That's what really gives you that superior hydration. And it's the marriage of those two ingredients together that make this proprietary formula.
So with Neutrogena Dermatologics, this is the workhorse. I know that you actually have some other products in the brand.
That's
and we're
true.
just introducing this today exclusively to you, Canada, here at the Shopping Channel.